All right, welcome everybody. We are back with another Beer with a Queer. Did you miss me from the last one? Because I just did it. Let's get drinking again. We're making up for lost time. It's been a busy month, but we're not missing out on Black History Month, and I'm giving you Black History today. All right, we are drinking a beer called Escape. All right, that is just how it ended up, all right? We're not making any references to anything, but it's called Escape from Florida. This sounds all too... This writes itself. The Other West Coast. Where is this from? Hold on. It's from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Keeping it local. That was an accident. All right, so this is an IPA. I'm going to hate it. Let's try it. Oh, it attacks you on two ends. Oh, like it's a bad taste to start with, and then it like kicks you in the back of the tongue with some, oh. If an IPA could taste like Red Tide, they did it. Well done, Wesley Chapel. Why would I take a second sip? Why do I do? Oh, there's like a fruitiness to it, but not good. It's like Ant's comedy. It's fruity and not good. What's he gonna do? He's a trailblazer, but not today. Today we're gonna talk about our next Black queer icon that we're going to talk about, people we should know about, people I've had to learn about, people I should have known about, people you should know about. We're going to talk about, I have notes, Stormé DeLervarie. As good as I can get that. Stormé DeLervarie. She was born 1920. 1920. She lived until 2014. She had a good life. 1920. Here's what you need to know about. This is what the description is. Biracial butch lesbian. Get it, girl. Yeah. Biracial butch lesbian. As a teenager, she joined Ringling Brothers Circus. And she was jumping horses because, she got to break that hymen in some way. That's not okay. But she joined and she was jumping horses in Ringling. She was always an entertainer. In 1955 through 1969, she worked the Black Theater Circuit, known as the Jewel Box Review, as the MC and the only drag king. Now, here's another thing you can look up, the Jewel Box Review, because that, in New York, was the first integrated drag review in North America. That's right, RuPaul Drag Race. Look that up. Why aren't we celebrating that? Pew, pew, pew. That was from the Jumping Horses. I don't know. First integrated drag review in North America was the Jewel Box Review, and the only drag king on that show was the MC, Ms. Stormé DeLervarie. Why am I trying to say the name more? That's going to be a mistake. All right. She became, in the 80s and 90s, a bouncer at lesbian bars in the Village, and she became known as the Guardians of Lesbians in the Village. So this is in the time where we would stand up, right? If you remember or have looked up in any queer history, when we were being attacked in the 80s and 90s, there was, especially in New York, there was a big stand-up part of that where queers would wear their pink triangles on their shirts, walk the streets, and protect other gays from being attacked. Stormé was one of those doing that. In fact, she is very documented in the Stonewall riots. There is a reference to a butch lesbian who, in handcuffs, was fighting off 4 police officers at the Stonewall riots, and that's believed to have been Stormé, because if you knew her, you feared her. She apparently was very beloved, always an entertainer from teenager on, but always had to, in the day you fought for what wasn't given to you, and there was not a lot given to us. And so, born in 1920, is a biracial butch lesbian, and she grew up in the circus to entertain people, and then she went through the Stonewall riots, and she just continued to perform, to protect us, and then through all of that, Stormé would go on to become an X-Man and control the weather. And it's amazing when you think about what those gay genes can do. And that is another... It's just not good. She deserved better than this. She did. 7.1% alcohol. Hell yeah. That is another gay to know. I won't try to say her last name again, but it's spelled in the beginning, so look at it there. But here's to Stormy, and here's to continued learning, continuing education. Let's look up these people. And RuPaul, I want to see in the next season a reference to Stormy. I know you're watching. Okay.